As you already know, we already here to start the debate based on the healthcare case study. We have here, all of you are syndicates for this debate. Bronson, then Mila, Mohammed is gone, and Dimitri. And we have actually one new syndicate in the room, whose name is Jessica. Debate. In order to follow the debate, we did like an agenda that we are going to follow. First of all, we have presentation of the case study as well as ourselves. Then we have a debate format and rules. Then your syndicate's proposal for this case study. Then we have a round of class vote, so you need to vote about every proposal. And finally, we are doing like a brief summary, and we will have like a final decision of the case study. Healthcare is like a case study based on South Africa. It's a cooperative company, as you already know, and we are debating here if they should to expand to into Africa and other countries, or they should to continue operate in the countries that they already do.
The proposal is that Hello Healthcare utilize its existing management structure in South Africa and Ghana and the UAE to expand existing resources and take advantage of government rollouts that are happening there and growing population in the middle class, and take advantage of that. But I don't think that's Jörg Zucki's job, and I think Jörg Zucki and the other cooperative board members need to seek out further expansion, and they should start in Botswana over other countries, because Botswana's government is seeking foreign investment in numerous markets in there, and they're seeking lab results, and they're seeking all sorts of cooperation. And the government hasn't partnered with a company yet, where like Mozambique, the government partnered with a company called IHP that essentially does the same thing that Hello Healthcare does, and they're moving and establishing the same infrastructure that Hello Healthcare would need. And Botswana also offers, they have a pharmaceutical plant, so they have infrastructure that Hello Healthcare could come in. It's poorly managed, and they import the majority of their pharmaceuticals, so there's a big risk as far as the citizens taking the pharmaceuticals, and they don't trust the pharmaceuticals that are imported because they often come from Brazil and other places. So Hello Healthcare has an opportunity to come in and provide quality pharmaceuticals for the citizens of Botswana. And then there's also numerous financial firms in Botswana that are seeking out partnerships with microfinance lenders across the world that are coming in, and they're lending money to the rural areas, which will increase businesses, which will increase the amount of money that these rural populations in Botswana will have as a disposable income for healthcare. And Hello Healthcare has an opportunity to take advantage of that market that's growing as well. I think it's 2.8 doctors per every 1,000 citizens, which is one of the lowest in Africa. So Hello Healthcare, with their innovation hub in Johannesburg, has an opportunity to truly take advantage of the time now to train future doctors and future healthcare professionals and bring them into Botswana that has a large need for it. MI, which is a Business Monitor International, Botswana actually has a lower risk, what's called a risk-reward rating, as far as pharmaceuticals and investment in the country on the healthcare sector. Botswana ranks higher than South Africa, and at least 3 or 4 spots above the majority of the other countries on his list, including Mozambique and things like that. As well as the Botswana government is very low in corruption, and there's very little political unrest right now. So Hello Healthcare faces few economic and political obstacles for expansion.
I totally agree with the position of Bronson about geographical expansion as a part of strategic action for the company in the next 6 to 18 months. Unfortunately, I didn't specify countries where I would like to recommend them to go, but I also keep an eye on Botswana and Kenya as well. So why I recommend them to go to other countries in Africa? Firstly, as it was stated in case study, further expansion in the countries where the company exists already may bring difficulties in managing with partners and may result in poor quality of the service at the end of the day. So I definitely recommend them to try other countries as well. Yeah, when this guy and his 4 partners organized the company, their plan was, let me quote, to become Africa's leading primary healthcare provider group. In this case, it means that they need to develop geographically. And also it's worth to mention that as long as healthcare service in Africa is relatively new business, and it will definitely attract investments in the future, so they need to hurry and to extend aggressively and to open their branches in as much countries as possible. On this stage, to settle down and to maximize future outputs.
Hi everyone. Well, I think that the prosperity of the African market can't be underestimated, and that is far too tempting for the Hello Healthcare not to enter and not to expand aggressively in Africa. Also, it's obvious that the prime healthcare services are in high demand in Africa, and this demand will grow as life expectancy is very low, and this expenditure per capita is also very low. So that gives us a sign of potential that people will be spending, and they should be spending more on their healthcare in order to live longer and so on. It's an appropriate way of rapid expansion in Africa, I thought, would be to adopt a franchising system. And the first idea why this system should be adopted is, as stated in the case, that the African market is very hard to operate, and as there is a lack of infrastructure, education, and the political criminal system is not very stable in African countries. So if the company invests in each country, they put themselves in a very high risk of losing their investments, or something goes wrong if there is political instability. So I found that the franchising would be the best market entry policy for them. And these franchises should be among the local governments, where they go and advertise to the governments the need for the prime healthcare, and they invite the governments, all these governments, to their headquarters in South Africa, or they give presentations in the country. They pursue them to use them, as they have a big experience, and they build a good network in South Africa. I think they should concentrate on the countries that they proposed, and including Nigeria, Zambia. Only in Nigeria there are more than 150 million people, so it's a big and great market.
I actually was surprised that he had taken on the stance that Yorksuki had taken on the stance of expanding so immediately when there were so many opportunities in the already existing networks. Had kind of, maybe this is just reflective of my personality, taken a more precautionary approach. I think that part of what makes Hello Healthcare so special is the fact that it's inimitable, the fact that their relationships with their local networks are so strong, and that they have such a local presence. And the more, in my opinion, the more that you expand, the larger you get, the less accountable you are, or you tend to be. So until they can really guarantee that the local networks are strong, and they've really built those in the individual countries, I felt like they might be sacrificing the quality of the care that they were trying to provide, and therefore their mission. My proposal is for a much more precautionary approach, either choose one country to focus on and really do the research about regulatory issues and build the networks and find a local leader, so Zaki is not the only one going into these countries. You need more leaders who know how each country works. Until you do that research, choose one country or stay in South Africa where they already have a lot of other opportunities that they haven't fully explored.
Finally, we're gonna support Bronson proposal because of several reasons, like as he said, like they have like government needs, poor infrastructure, as well as they are needed doctors. Actually, they get to us like an explanation about in numbers that how much it's gonna cost, like expand to these countries, as well as he support saying that they need to have a strategic.
Again, we support Bronson's proposal because his idea of expansion is focused, and he underpins it with several more successfully with reasoning than Dimitri and Mila. So we vote for him.
So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And you are very welcome to come back again.